Bouncing back without burning out. Amanda Lambros, a therapist, speaker, author. What are some practical ways women can build resilience without pushing themselves into burnout?
This is a juicy one, especially in a world that still loves to applaud women for being everything to everyone all the time except for themselves. So let's talk actually about building resilience without walking face first into burnout, because I think that's what we tend to do is that's what we tend to see is that walking face first into burnout. Now, there's plenty of practical tips. Think of it like a no fluff approach. Redefine what resilience is. It's not just a pushing through. It's not about gritting your teeth until you absolutely snap. It's about bouncing back with your health and your values intact. Start by reframing resilience as the ability to recover and adapt, not to endure endlessly. And I'm sure that's probably something that you see as well in your middle managers. And what would that look like from you? So, Sally here is an expert in middle management and in leadership, and as well as a very decorated author and a speaker. So, what does that look like in the people that you work with, Sally?
Yeah, I totally agree with your comments around reframing what resilience actually means, but I think it's about being really clear in the practice of it. Holding that space to allow yourself to recover and not only stepping into like a boundary that, okay, I need to actually leave on time to go home and rest and recover and walk out the door and or log off and don't connect with others until it's work the next day, and then not only doing it for yourself but modeling it as well. And I think that having the conversation with the team about it, I think, is really critical as well. Like actually having an open conversation, and you don't have to expose all your deepest dark secrets because we don't necessarily want to hear them. But what I do mean is sitting down with the team and saying, what a rocky little ride we've had. What have we actually learnt about resilience? Because, post COVID, there was a lot of resilience training, and then it got a little tired. It turned to be the fad. And I think we didn't really need training after training after training after training. What we needed was some training and then some really good, robust conversations. Someone like yourself coming in and saying, all right, here's some training, and then what's next?
And I think also to your line is like knowing your enough line. Like resilience without boundaries is a burnout cocktail. So get crystal clear on your own personal enough. What does enough work look like? What does enough giving look like? What does enough effort look like? And protect that line like it's Beyonce's personal phone number.
Yeah.
So what can I let go of today without guilt? What
Yeah.
is my enough?
Yeah, I love that. And I think then makes me think about how leaders can model on that reset and recovery in a way so that they strengthen the team culture. And I think with that, when leaders actually lead from a full tank, then we're actually making better decisions, and we lead with greater empathy and foresight, which means we are modeling the way to lead. We're being human centric. We can actually see that something else is going on for someone, and so their performance has dropped because of something, not laziness or anything else necessarily. Or we take that, if we reset and we recover in a healthy way for ourselves, that to me is like emotional intelligence, or it's very linked to emotional intelligence, which means we get to read the room better. We get to be socially aware and be able to ask questions and come from that space of curiosity and empathy rather than assumption of something. And I think prioritizing that recovery also builds that culture of sustainability. And it signals to everyone up the line, across the line and down the line that you're here for the long game and not just a grind. And you're not here to wear that badge of burnout honor, which actually costs you and costs the business more money, right?
Yeah, definitely something people need to be very mindful of. Like this whole concept of resilience, it doesn't require sacrificing who you are or your well-being. It actually demands that you protect it. And I think especially so for people in middle management who have a whole team around them that they also have to protect. So they need to protect themselves as well as their team around them.
Yeah, and with so many women in middle management roles, I think this screams louder than ever before as well for them.
Yeah. So if today's conversation resonated with you and you are ready to reconnect, reset, and rise in both your leadership and your well-being, then Rise and Renew Retreat is exactly where you need to be. Let's show you what it's all about.
What if I told you there's a 3-day retreat in Bali made just for women in leadership? A space where you can breathe, reflect, and realign with what truly matters. This is not simply time away. This is your turning point. You carry the weight of responsibility every single day. You're the one people turn to, the one who keeps everything moving. But behind the scenes, the stress builds, the clarity fades, and slowly, the spark that once drove you begins to dim. You deserve more than just a moment of rest. You deserve a full reset. Rise and Renew is a transformational retreat set in the heart of Ubud, Bali. It's a safe, intentional space created for women like you. Women who lead, women who give, women who are ready to reconnect with their purpose. Our Rise and Renew retreat will help you strategize with fresh clarity, discover your next chapter with confidence, learn from respected women leaders who understand your path. No corporate jargon, no pressure, just real conversations, expert-led mindset work, leadership workshops, self-care sessions, nourishing food, and a powerful circle of women who get it. You will leave with more than reclaimed calm. You will leave with a plan, with purpose, with a confident mindset, ready to lead with greater and renewed intention. This retreat is intentionally intimate for deep connection and real transformation. Spots are limited. Secure your spot now at riseandrenew.com.au.